Hey everybody, hello my friends. Today we're going to talk about your health, okay? And I'd love to hear from you, okay? Your health on a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put yourself? Where would you mark it? Would you be a 1 and you're like, okay, I need tons and tons of help? Or would you be like, oh, I think it's like an 8. There's things that I could improve, but I love where I'm at, kinds of things. So, we're going to talk about where on the scale are you? Now, the first thing we have to decide is, what makes a 1 and what makes a 10, There's different people that might think, their health is great and maybe they're, have some weight to lose and they drink soda and they eat lots of sugar, but they're like, I'm happy where my health is, And then maybe there's other people and they're like, I eat right and I exercise, but I still struggle with health issues, So they might put their health at like a 2, but from the outside, people might look at them and go, oh, they're thin. They must be healthy, right? So look at your own health, look at your own body and the way you think of your own scale. So decide your 1 to 10 here, not what society would tell you, but what you think it is, because there's a whole spectrum of like maybe your physical health, maybe your mental health, maybe your spiritual health, maybe your friends' health, the health of your social and how you're social with people, and not just how much do you weigh, because how much you weigh does not really tell how healthy you are. Okay, years ago, people considered good health like in Renaissance time. They painted bodies with curves and rolls and all those kinds of things, because back then survival is what they struggled with in life, and a person that had meat on their bones was considered healthy because they could afford to purchase food and eat lots of things. And so if they were like overweight and had lots of curves and stuff, that was healthy, and then fast forward a little bit when fashion took over, and survival wasn't the most important thing and fashion was like what was more important. And it started to be that thinner was considered healthier. Everybody wanted to be really thin. Women wanted to be flat chested and really tiny, and some of them would even like bind themselves up to make it look like they were tinier and things like that. And so all of a sudden thin became healthy. And that's when you saw more diet-related health issues start to arise. People had always had them, but they just started creeping up more and more. You saw anorexia, you saw bulimia, all of those kinds of things started to creep up because all of a sudden society were telling people that, thin was healthy. And some people, in order to be thin, had to turn to those crash diets and crash things and eating disorders and things like that. So, so that's what healthy became, when what we looked like was more important than survival and how we felt and how we functioned. And so, think of that and think of how, healthy has changed over the years because of what society tells us. We're in a time and age of health right now that there are so many diets out there. There are so many programs out there. There's gyms, like there are several in every city, one on every corner. Everyone has memberships, There's all these things. Yet we're also in a time of like being the most unhealthy, where weight issues just skyrocket, health issues, turn up. Mental health is at an all-time high. Autism is getting higher and higher all the time. Cancer, higher and higher. Why is that? Why are we like have all these resources to be healthy, yet we're still unhealthy, And I think it's because, society has told us that like drinking soda every day is normal. Go to, buffet restaurants and get all you can eat because it's worth your money. You're getting the most for your money and things like that. Society has told us that like drinking soda, drinking alcohol, eating sugar every day, all day long is normal because it's in everything, Like who made the decision that eating a sugary bowl of cereal was healthy? And that's what's normal. People feed their kids sugary cereal every day because that's breakfast. That's what we've been taught, And so think of how society has changed things, sugar, flour, all those things. Now, I'm not saying that those things are bad. It's just the amount we consume, and we consume so much, How many times do people drive through and refill their soda several times a day? And that's considered normal, you know? If you went to a buffet restaurant and you only had salad and there were all these sweets everywhere and you didn't get any sweets, people might be like, what's wrong with you? They're such good sweets. Why are you not trying that? Or why are you not trying that? Why are you not trying this? It's like they pointed out because you chose not to indulge in it. But if you went and got a plate full of sweets, nobody would be like, you're totally unhealthy. That's a little bit more, you know, eat in moderation, things like that. Like, it's changed our thought, you know? People don't question when people are walking around with 100-ounce mugs of soda, you know? But if like all she orders is water, it's like, you don't like a soda? You don't want to drink a good lemonade, a good mixed drink, you know, whatever it is. Like, society has told us that all those things are okay. And so we have to come full circle. We have to come back to an age of understanding. We have to come back to that mind-body connection. We have to decide for ourselves what is going to be healthy for us, because nobody out there can tell you the size that's right for you but yourself. Nobody out there can tell you, you know, what health issues are right for you, because they don't know what you're going through. They don't know what your body's going through. Everyone's health is different. Everyone's issues are different. Everyone, what they go through is different. And so you have to decide what you want and start living that way. Don't accept what's normal. If you think back years ago, like, smoking was normal. To be in a restaurant around other people that smoked was normal. To be on an airplane, you know, you'd be in the non-smoking section and the smoking section. Well, the smoking section was the seat right behind the non-smoking section, and people would smoke and it was normal because people accepted that as the normal, you know? And now if you were on an airplane and people were smoking, how many people do you think would complain? You know, if you were in a restaurant and somebody sat right in the middle of the restaurant and was smoking, people would complain. But that's what used to be considered normal. So don't go by what society, you know, go by what you know, and you know, go by how you want to live. If you want to be healthy and, you know, maybe you want to lose weight, maybe you want to cut out some sugar, maybe you want to do those things. Well, don't go, okay, when I get this weight, then I'll be healthy. Or when I get this, you know, this amount of sugar in my diet, then I'll be healthy. Like, start to live that now. Eat fruits and vegetables if you want to be somebody that's healthy and doesn't eat sugar. You know, like, everyone thinks, oh, if I lose weight, then I'll be healthy. No, you got to act like it, and you have to have the habits now. So eat healthy now, drink healthy now, decide, you know, a healthy amount for you. People nowadays feel like you need 3 meals a day plus snacks in between, you know, but our portions have gotten larger. So decide for you, okay, I need my portions to be this if I'm going to have 6 small meals a day. Or if I'm eating 3 meals a day, the portion needs to be this to be healthy, and not just be like, well, I'm supposed to eat 3 times a day and have 2 snacks to be healthy, you know, because sometimes people's portions are this and sometimes people's portions are this. So I want to encourage you, decide where you are on that scale of 1 to 10. Decide where you want to be on that scale of 1 to 10, and decide what you need to be educated on to get there, and what changes you need to make to get there, and then take accountability. A lot of times people just don't know because they haven't been educated. So get educated on how you are and how you're living and what you're doing and what you're consuming and how much you're exercising and how healthy your mental health is. And then you'll have a starting point from where you are to where you want to be. So I encourage you guys, and have a great day. And if you want to learn more about health, just let me know.